with Streamlabs.
Yeah, no, because Streamlabs is terrible.
Oh, it's opening anyway.
Why'd you...
I hit no!
Why did you... Oh, man, this is all on air. It's 10 out of 10. I'm not editing this down.
No!
This is all...
No.
Turn off Streamlabs.
Is it on? It came on by itself.
Well, just clicks it out of it.
Okay,
there.
we're fine.
See?
We're good.
Fuck
okay.
it.
Anyway, hi, welcome
Hi!
back. Hello, we're gonna get back into...
Chase was doing research. He was actually doing work on his project.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
He's done more for his project in Flynn's route than he did in Leo's.
It's pretty wild. It's good to know he's being fastidious for once in his goddamn life.
Only once.
Slacking and shit. This one.
Do you remember which one it was?
It was this one, because this one...
You can just look at the dates.
This one's, August 1. This was the end of Leo's. That was fun.
Best route.
That was a month ago.
Yeah.
Almost. Dang. Not quite a month. But anyway, wait. No, wait. Yeah, that is this one.
Yeah, because it's them going back home from after.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Dude, that's skeevy.
After that, she just walked back to her office and shut the door, like almost slamming it.
Maybe she's not a fan of you queer types.
Carl puts on a southern drawl for that last bit. I step out of the car and pop the trunk, moving to gather up my equipment. The sun is starting to get pretty low at this point. There's not really any tall mountains to the east, so Echo's sunsets tend to last a while. Maybe, but she seems alright with Flynn. Maybe she doesn't know.
Maybe she yeah.
Though it's not like Flynn is secret about it.
Yeah, I guess not, no.
He's a pretty open book when it comes to that, so... I don't know. Carl follows suit, though his eyes are still glued to his phone.
I can't get over that whole, there's a boy in your car bit.
Yeah, she seemed kind of, I don't know, weirded out with me or something. But she wasn't like that when we met. She was pretty cordial then.
Was she getting taken by the fucking madness?
What? There's no madness.
Uh-huh.
There's no supernatural things in this game, Darian.
Yeah, okay.
As I shut the trunk, I spy Flynn's truck parked behind the house, as well as what looks like a faded yellow moped.
Yep.
Moped. Mops.
A yellow mop.
That's what that word
Hell
is.
yeah.
I'm assuming that one is his roommates. So Daxton's his name.
Yeah.
Wields a yellow moped.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't need a car.
You know, in this town, probably not.
Nah. Huh.
Man, so you I know that no one cares, but I care about this movie. And that's a DreamWorks' Megamind.
I care about that movie.
Yeah, but most people don't.
Facts.
And isn't it?
It's really good.
So Roxanne was originally going to get around town on like a yellow moped.
Aw.
And they ended up cutting it for, reasons,
right.
pacing, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But they had it modeled and everything already. So it's just in the background in several scenes. Like it's in the pile of junk that Megamind has in the Oval Office or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just in a pile. And the thing that Titan throws the moped at Megamind during the climax of the movie.
Okay.
It's just like that moped's just there throughout the entire movie.
But there's no concrete thing saying that it's Roxanne's.
No.
That's
but it was
shame.
supposed to be. It was going to be like her thing.
Well, dang.
Yeah. It's a cute idea to have her on a moped though.
Don't need no car.
Right? The Ram shrugs.
You are kind of weird. Maybe you did that staring thing you do sometimes?
I blink. The what?
Never mind, man.
I frown. Chase, you're doing it right now.
You're staring at me with your eyes right now.
Kara looks up from his phone, long enough to catch my expression.
I'm just kidding. Just making fun of Flynn's whole dressing you down back at the river.
Well, he dresses him down all right. Carl smirks. His eyes are no longer glazed over, and it actually feels like he's looking at me rather than 1,000 miles away. So he's sobering up.
Yeah, he's being sober for one time, which is good.
We make our way up to the front door. Carl taps away at the screen.
Hard to imagine my house was even bigger back in the day, though. My parents already have way more rooms than they know what to do with. Like, we've got 3 spare bedrooms, right? But we never have any guests or anything, so they don't get used and just gather dust and stuff.
Do your parents make you clean them? Carl rolls his shoulders, idly wiping his hooves upon the rough palm fiber floor. Welcome, Matt.
Sometimes.
Knowing Carl, that means pretty much never. Once inside, the familiar hot, stuffy climate hits like a warm blanket thrown around me. Is that even comfortable?
Probably not.
Whatever. What sounds like sort of lo-fi hip-hop is playing from the background from what I assume is Daxton's room.
Very modern, Daxton.
He's a modern guy.
Very modern.
But he watches old television.
Well, they go hand in hand, you know.
Do they?
You know, I mean, lo-fi always has like those clips of like a show or something.
I usually see like that one GIF from that Ghibli movie.
That one.
Yeah. With the girl sitting at the desk with headphones on and she's like writing.
It's from a Ghibli.
Is that
No, it's not.
It's just an original thing that they have.
I'm just like, yeah, that looks like
I get what you mean.
It's in the Ghibli style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
look at that and I'm like, yeah, that's a scene from Whisper of the Heart.
It was inspired by a scene
Yeah.
from Whisper of the Heart.
Yeah.
Because it like looks like a scene like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
montage scene.
where she's
and I just
sitting at her
assume that's
desk.
from.
Yeah.
I just always assume that's from
Yeah.
that.
But like in like
Best Ghibli film, by the way.
It's a
Hot
cute
take.
movie.
in hot, very hot. But like in a lot of lo-fi hip hop, there'll be like a sample of like a line from a show or a movie or something. Typically like an older one.
Man, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't lo-fi.
There's one song at the very end of it that I kind of like is pretty good. It uses an exchange of dialogue between Faye Valentine and Spike Spiegel
Oh, okay.
from
okay.
Cowboy Boo Beeps.
From Cowboy Beep Boop.
But you know, like it's just like you put a grainy filter over it and you mute it a little bit and you put it in a song with like a really low beat and you just have a lo-fi hip hop song and that's it.
Okay.
That's all it takes.
Okay, whatever. The interior is dimly lit with the exception of a bright white light coming from the a jar fridge. Daxton stands. Why are you here?
He lives here.
Yeah, but I assume there's a kitchen on his side of the house.
Why?
Is that not reasonable to think?
No, it's one house. Why would it have 2 kitchens?
I assume because of the dual climate thing.
I think that's just something they may have set up. I don't know if it's one house that can be set. Well, we could technically have a dual climate here at my house. There's 2 different AC units for this floor and the bottom floor, and then the top
I just
2
kind of
floors.
assumed that like Daxton would have his own entrance to like so that he can
suppose.
keep within his climate 100% of the time.
I suppose. It probably isn't that big a deal if there's a little bit of crossover.
I mean, but why would you want to like cook in the same kitchen that Flynn does?
I suppose. Like if you're going to be in there for a while, it might feel kind of bad to be in a really gross climate when your skin is wicked different.
Right. Daxton stands next to it, holding a block of pale cheese.
Is this what you need?
The salamander seems to be peering at us expectantly. No? He raises a brow ridge, craning his neck to look past us.
Talking to Flynn.
He's just there.
What's up?
The Gilla's large self steps out of the laundry room beside us, looking to Daxton.
His large self.
Is he large? Like, he's bigger than Daxton.
He's bigger than either Carl or Chase.
I don't think he's as thick as Carl.
He's just tall.
He's taller than Leo.
Is he taller than Leo?
I'm pretty sure he's taller than Leo.
That makes sense. But okay. I'm sorry. Carl gives me a sidelong smirk.
That's the provolone. The recipe needs Havarti. What do you mean? They are very different and taste very different, Josh.
I'm sure, but I would still react that way to Flynn.
What's the difference difference between cheese and cheese?
That's all I'm hearing.
Well, like, what's the difference between American and cheddar?
There's a lot.
Yeah! So there's a big difference between provolone and Havarti.
But I also, like, don't care. Like, if I want cheese on a thing, I'm just gonna put whatever cheese is available.
But, he's following a recipe.
Fuck recipes!
Like I said, you can't argue with someone that doesn't like food.
He likes food well enough. He cooks. He just doesn't follow a recipe ever.
I don't
'cause
use
he doesn't give a fuck.
Also, like, there's no sanctity when it comes to cheeses. Like, it's normal to put cheddar on spaghetti in the Philippines.
Okay. Cool.
You don't, yeah.
Depends on preference.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, no, they use cheddar instead of, what is it, mozzarella, parmesan, whatever people...
Interesting. Like, yeah. Huh.
Like the normal, like, cheese you use with spaghetti, yeah, they just use cheddar.
I wonder how that would taste. Does it
Well,
taste
that's
good?
just, it tastes like cheese on spaghetti.
Remind me to just not ask you about food ever again.
It has, like, the sharp cheddar taste, but with the tomato.
Okay, I just, it sounds like it'd be
So
interesting.
if you know what those two things taste like separately, I don't think it's hard to just be like, there, I know what they taste like together.
Well, yes and no. It depends.
Creamy fatty always goes very well with like the acidy, like
Yeah.
sharp tomato taste.
Right.
So that's fine.
I guess so.
So I'm guessing it would be the same here.
Maybe Flynn's just really picky.
We know he's this way. Flynn steps out past us without acknowledging, without much acknowledgement, moving to the kitchen beside Daxton. Way to be a good host, Flynn.
We have a block of Havarti, but it's in the freezer. There's this thing called a defrost setting on the microwave. Yeah, but you let the fish you caught all on top of it. Blech. The pack is sealed, that shouldn't matter. The whole freezer kinda reeks. Like I said, the package is sealed, that shouldn't matter.
No, that totally matters, though. Because anytime, like, my mom leaves, like, sealed fish heads on something in the freezer,
Oof.
I know that I know that the fish heads have been on, even though they're, like, sealed in separate packages, it doesn't feel right.
That sounds rough.
I hate rummaging through the freezer and finding, like, 3 fish heads in there, and I'm just like, kidding me.
Dang it, Mom.
Why do you buy one every time we go to the store?
What does she use them in?
Well, she just cooks them with things. Sometimes she fries them. Sometimes she puts, like, stir fries it with a, like, thing.
I guess
like,
she's not super frequently, because she's at the store, may as well pick one up, right?
Fuck
right?
that. They're so...
Fuck it. Fuck it,
I don't like it. No. With a shrug to Carl, I move in and set my equipment down next to the kitchen island. I take one of the wicker-top bar stools. Carl lingers in the entranceway a bit before moving to sit on the stool next to mine. Flynn wordlessly goes to the fridge and grabs 2 bottles of light beer, popping the tops and setting them down in front of us. Thanks.
I'm not 21 yet legally,
Flynn shrugs uncaringly before getting a beer for himself. Looking around, the countertops are pretty much free of clutter beyond some Mesa Community College letters and a heavily used black notebook. The notebook is labeled World Building and Fictional History 204. Quiet?
Yeah, the class.
Okay. A few water stains have shriveled the edges of the paper, the pages. So whose do you think that is? Is it from?
It's probably Daxton.
Daxton?
I mean, Flynn doesn't go to school.
Did they say that?
I'm fairly certain.
He goes to.
Look at this man's.
Yes, look, he's nice and clean cut.
Because he was at just
Do you
at
think
work.
he's into world building?
Probably not.
Do you think he plays D&D?
I don't think. No, I think Flynn makes fun of people who play D&D unironically.
Yeah, like me. D&D is stupid. Now, excuse me as I adjust my ratios of my deck.
Adjust my ratios.
Before going to a card game tournament. That hobby that's not as nerd.
I am on the highest of horses right now.
Daxton places the provolone back into the fridge. What's wrong with provolone? And
It's not part of the fucking recipe.
Why do you have to follow the recipe so closely?
It's not my recipe. I don't have to follow it. Flynn wants to follow the recipe.
Uh-huh. Megan, how closely does Darian follow recipes?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Doesn't like to wing it?
I was about to say it depends on what he's cooking.
Okay.
You know, if it's something that he's never done before, yeah, he's pays.
Oh man,
pretty
I
close attention to
still
it.
wing it. I'm like, man, I've never made this
I just
before.
want to do it
Whatever.
right.
Like with cooking, it's fine. You can't do that shit with baking.
No. Like, baking is an exact science.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't fuck with it.
Like, no, but like cooking, you can like.
But that's anyone's preference, you know,
Yeah.
like in terms of like spices.
With you and a fistful of garlic, just throw it
in there.
how much herbs or spices you want in it. Yeah.
So it's like recipes. I glance at that shit and like I skim through it and then just make it.
Well, I also don't know what he's making, so I don't really.
Well, clearly, it's something with Havarti.
Yeah.
Yep. And places the allegedly fishy Havarti on a plastic cutting board. Meanwhile, Flynn is now at the sink washing vegetables. Daxton grabs a small knife and finally glances back at me.
Welcome back, Chase.
Well, at least he welcomed.
He's
Yeah.
so nice.
Isn't he a nice guy?
He's a nice guy. He's just cool.
Right? Yeah. Daxton's alright. I wave a bit limp, wristedly.
Wristedly. Limp wristed like a weak boy.
Hey. He smiles, then shifts his gaze to Carl. The Ram looks up from his phone a little apprehensively.
And hey, I've seen you before, but I forgot your name. Sam something? Carl.
Oh, it's so close there.
So close.
He answered, his voice quiet.
Oh. Well, good to meet you. Usually you're kind of in and out of here real quick, like when you do come by.
Carl shrugs.
Yeah, same.
The Ram's gaze flicks back to his phone. Carl typing
This
something.
is the most like realistic, awkward like.
Yeah, people meeting.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, it's my roommate's
It's
friend.
Yeah. My roommate's friend.
Oh, that is just too real.
Right. Daxton frowns slightly before shifting his focus back to the cheese cutting. Looking over, it looks like he's texting. The context of the message said, Carl.
Carl just pretending to be busy. What a guy.
Yup.
Hey, Carl.
Flynn looks over his shoulder, scrubbing at what looks like a cucumber.
You got your outfit picked out for the interview on Saturday? Yup.
Wait, what? Carl, you have a job interview?
Yup.
I find myself smiling a bit. Carl didn't tell me about this at all. I'm surprised he didn't mention it earlier. That's great. Where at? Carl stops typing, his lips pulling a little bit tighter around the edges of his muzzle.
It's in Peyton. Peyton Print and Design. I'd be like printing copies and making people posters. Oh, the print shop by the mall? I know of it. What do they pay? Minimum wage. Not that it matters, though.
Daxton looks slightly confused. I turn to him. Carl's parents are pretty well off. Flynn stops what he's doing, going to the fridge and taking out a box of strawberry popsicles. He drops it down onto the counter beside Daxton, the salamander shifting some, looking to Flynn, then the box. Flynn points to the Hen's ice cream label above a logo of a weather vane with a chicken on it.
Carl's parents' company.
Daxton lets out an astonished huff, looking for some sign of flip from Flynn's muzzle.
No way.
Look how surprised he is.
He is.
Look at those eyes.
Way. I'm the ice cream boy.
Daxton blinks, seeming to look at Carl in a new light.
That's really cool.
Carl looks sidelong, then back to Daxton.
I'm glad you think so, I guess.
Flynn takes the popsicles back to the freezer, returning it to his station at the sink.
Just make sure the clothes you got are all fucking fit right. Can't remember the last time I saw you dressed up. It fits, dude. My parents drag me to all sorts of black tie event stuff where I have to stand around and lie about my career goals. You haven't done that in ages. I went to the charity gala thing 2 years ago. You mean 20 pounds ago.
Mean.
Most of it's muscle. I'm not calling you fat, lardass. I'm saying that when it comes time for the interview and you come in with a hoodie and cargo pants, they're going to think you don't give a fuck. I mean, I kind of don't, you know? Oh, the fuck you don't. You really looking forward to disappointing the shit out of your folks again? They're used to it. Jesus fucking Christ.
Daxton and I exchange awkward glances.
God.
Flynn's just trying to, get him to apply himself.
He's
See,
trying to help, but
Flynn's
in a
trying.
very, like...
Yeah.
He's doing it in the very Flynn way,
Not very tactful at all.
No.
That's not Flynn's strong suit.
Like, just insult him the entire time.
Yeah, basically.
Great motivation,
For some people that works. For Carl, it does not.
For Carl, it does not.
I'm half tempted to follow Carl's lead and start pretend texting. Sure.
You worked at the freight warehouse for years and you were miserable. Can't blame me for not looking forward to the same sort of thing.
Carl feigns a raspy chuckle, though by the jittering of his hooves against the bar stool, it's apparent he's tense.
And now I have my own house.
I see his slitted gaze shift briefly to Daxton, who looks like he's concentrating very hard on the cheese cutting.
Mostly. And print and design, that's basically working with all the same computer shit you do for your art crap.
Seeming to note on on opportunity to diffuse, Daxton chimes in.
You're an artist, Carl? Shit. By the loosest definition of the term, I guess. Same, bro.
Flynn just rubs his temples some, shifting his attention back to cooking. He places the freshly washed vegetables into a metal pot on the stove, with one of the steamer lids things on top of it.
What kind of art? You, don't seem like the oil-based pastoral type.
Carl blinks. I hear Flynn grunt, derisively. Look, that word looks stupid.
It's a weird one.
The clicking of the stovetop audible as he turns his muzzle for the gas. His heavy tail flicks back behind him, lightly slapping the floor.
So is it long enough that it goes down to the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can kind of see.
I mean, you can see it goes down this far, but it could end at his knees. But I guess, he's a big lizard. He'd have a lizard-sized tail.
I would think that, with lizards like that, they would have really, really long tails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they just do.
They got to counterbalance their body weight or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Lizards are
I
weird.
guess it just depends on how the furry artists like to design their
True.
Yeah. I realize he's trying to get my attention, his eyes meeting mine, then moving to Daxton, and finally flicking to the textbook by the dishwasher. Art History 101. Historical perspectives and fundamentals. Glancing back, I think I see the corner of Flynn's mouth twitch up at me before he turns back around to his pot of veggies. It's still kind of weird seeing Flynn in a work outfit all the time. In high school, he was more of a jeans and jacket kind of guy.
Yeah, because he does just kind of ditch the tie and open his shirt halfway for no reason.
Yeah. Even when they went to the amusement park.
Yeah, it was just, I guess he's always ready. He keeps the tie in his pocket in case he needs to be presentable. He just buttons his shirt up, puts the tie on, and he's ready to go.
I mean, you can just do the same thing, but with a hoodie. I did it back in high school.
Well, fair enough.
I can't believe how long it took, some of my teachers to realize that I was wearing a tie in full casual attire. Didn't it took Lassiter, 3 months to finally realize that?
I don't know if he knew where he was most of the time.
Yeah, Sometimes that man.
I still wonder why even wanted to be a teacher.
I don't think
He
wanted
didn't.
to
He
be a
super
teacher.
didn't want to be a teacher.
I just think that's such a lax job that he doesn't really have to do much.
He was just like killing the last few years before retirement, and then he went and had a kid.
That's such an awful age to have a child.
I know. Your kid, you're probably gonna die before your kid turns like 20.
I was gonna say before middle school.
Way more. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna be that much more generous than you.
Pretty old.
He's pretty
Yeah.
fucking old.
He's just gonna like collapse over dead, and, like his child's 5 years old.
Oh
Like,
boy, howdy.
hello, cat. No, fine.
I sprayed him because he tried to chew on the cord.
Oh, good. A southwestern rockabilly. That's that word, right?
Yeah, that's the
who
one.
didn't like to rock and roll. His work slacks are pretty baggy and definitely hid the definition of his legs. Yes, hello.
He's got defined legs. Good to know.
Yeah. Flynn's got a V-shaped physique through and through. Narrow calves and the thicker thighs and have and a sizable rump.
He's Dorito shaped.
He is. Yes. You're just gonna no. Stop it.
He wants to be here.
And I will clench the face.
Let him
This is-
sit on your lap.
Okay. Well, I still want access to my drink. When he bends forward a little, I can see the outline of it all. The lewd side of my mind is starting to wonder if he's doing it on purpose.
Look at that look in his eye. Of course he is.
Yeah, he is. But why would he? After what he said this morning.
Because he still wants it. Pastorals? I'm not very good at backgrounds or anything. Portraiture then? Very snazzy stuff, that.
The salamander smiles at Carl, showing his rounded cheeks. Carl just looks at him confused. I decide now's a good time to interject and spare Carl from Daxton's entry-level college art class inquiries. Carl draws pop culture characters stuff mainly, I think. I haven't really checked out his portfolio profile in a while. Superheroes, comics, that sort of thing. It's really good stuff.
It's not.
Reasonable. He pauses, shifting his phone to his paw, akin to rolling putley.
Since superhero movies became really popular, everyone draws that stuff now. Most better than me. It's kind of a dead-end style, I guess. Can't make any money from anything I make.
Carl sounds more like he's quoting something rather than stating an actual opinion. Daxton raises a brow, nodding in acknowledgement. There is a pause, the only sound the bubbling of boiling water and Daxton's knife hitting the plastic cutting board.
Well, not if you draw them with their clothes off.
Daxton knows what's up.
I mean, make that money, brother.
The salamander tries to put on his most innocent face. That lasts about 3 seconds before breaking into a wry smile at Carl's groaning. The ram taking a long swig of his beer. He's grinning too now, though.
Everyone online tells me that, but I don't know, man. Every time I try to draw Chaos Wolverina's tits, they just look like big-ass furry eyes stuck to her chest.
Daxton laughs. I find myself chittering a bit, too. You could draw guys instead, if women are giving you too much trouble.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Chase?
I don't like superhero stuff that much.
Well, I wouldn't judge you if you did, Carl. I've written a few awkward sex scenes in my day. You're a writer? That I am. At least, trying to be. I'm taking creative writing courses at Mesa to get better. The folks really wanted me to get into marketing, but good into marketing like them, but I'm not really into it. That's lucky. I'm having to go into debt, so I'm not sure if I'm that lucky. Hopefully one of the books I'm working on sells well. Most people don't read these days.
Damn!
Came sliding right in with that. Didn't miss a fucking beat, Flynn. Oh my god.
Well, to be fair, I can't remember the last time I bought a book.
I bought a book like half a month ago.
Yeah, still sitting on your desk, isn't it?
I have the audiobook. I don't need I don't need to read.
Well, you bought the book twice?
I bought it. Well, I had a free Audible credit because I get those every month.
Yeah.
But I bought the book to support Lindsay.
Yeah. Fair.
So I did. So I
Fair.
have the book.
Right. Next year is her new book, right? Or is it like at the end of this year?
I think it's this year, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's this year because you can already. I mean, the pre-orders are already out. You can already pre-order. I think it comes out sometime this year. I could be wrong though.
I don't.
It might be early next year.
I don't know. I'm not reading it. I can't read. So,
You don't want 90s nostalgia, 90s nostalgia alien romance.
Well, one, I don't like reading, and I don't like romance things. So, the salamander places the cut up cheese upon the slice of rye bread, then puts the bread on a cooking tray, sighing as he looks at Flynn.
Not everyone can suffice off of coming home from work and staring at the wall for hours like you, Flynn. Some people like some degree of mental input, yeah?
That's what the sex is for.
Yep.
What? Flynn looks to the stovetop, his eyes lolling and his brow ridge furrowed. Daxton passes him with the tray of rye on Havarti, sliding it into the oven.
You call the shit you write mental input? Jesus.
Well, wait. It depends on what Daxton's writing.
I guess so.
If he's writing like schlocky fan fiction.
I mean, it sounds like he wants it to be like original, so that because he wants to sell it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
When we inevitably get a spin-off of Echo that's just one of Daxton's novels, which sounds like something this franchise would do.
Look, you play the whole game, and then the last few CGs, you show Daxton close the book. All right. Another great novel done. I can't wait to publish it.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that to be the ending of Arches.
No. Oh boy.
The Gillis stops what he's doing, squinting at Daxton.
Did you defrost the Havarti, or did you seriously just spend the past 15 minutes cutting into a frozen block of cheese? This side of the house is like an oven with the Habitat running like it is. The cheese warmed up on its own after a while at room temperature.
Flynn throws up his hands, visibly exasperated. Why does it matter, Flynn?
It would have taken you 15 damn minutes to cut a few slices of cheese if you just defrosted it. Are you in a rush or something?
What do you mean about him staring at the wall for hours? That's what you're hung up on?
I mean, that's kind of weird.
Well, but that sounds reasonable of Flynn, though. Like, I don't know. This man has no hobbies besides taking it. And he doesn't always have someone there to do that for him.
I suppose. You just stare at the window till the next light comes around.
The salamander looks standoffish now, his arms crossed. My question seems to have been ignored.
Might be. Daxton, what sort of stuff do you write?
I don't know, smut. Surprisingly, Carl is the one to butt in this time. Daxton turns, getting out some plates.
Mainly science fiction and fantasy, of course. You know Adastra, right? Oh, brother.
That's the next playthrough, Darian.
No, I don't.
We're gonna play Adastra.
I don't want to play Adastra.
Look, Darian, if there's any solace in this, I dislike Adastra more than you ever could.
That doesn't make me feel better about playing it, because then I'd still have to play through it.
Maybe you'll like Amicus.
I can tell just by looking at him.
Are you judging him by the way he looks?
I am.
Terrible. Maybe you'll like his brother.
I didn't know he had a brother, but you can only fuck Amicus.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't care.
He has a brother and sister.
That doesn't matter. They're not the main part of the story. So
Yeah.
I say that like I played it, but I don't
Yeah.
actually have
You don't
an
even know
idea.
what the plot of that game is.
And I don't care.
But it's Daxton's favorite.
I didn't tell him to have bad taste. He should just play Echo. It's better.
Man, like, you sound like Flynn over there. Carl takes another drink of beer, rubbing his beard in, though.
Sort of. I don't really watch it myself. It's that space exploration starship show from the 60s with the sexy aliens.
I mean, if you want to call them sexy, that's on you.
Alrighty.
Daxton snaps his fingers.
Yes, that one. People draw a lot of porn of them. I'm aware. Anyway, I used to watch it a lot with my little brother growing up. I got into the whole peace in the cosmos through science thing something fierce. The stories for each episode were based on real science.
The salamander finishes setting out the plates, bumping his fists together and smiling a bit sheepishly.
I'm taking a few physics and engineering courses at Mesa to try to better understand it for all my own writing. Makes sense. I really also like the whole diplomacy part. The ultimate goal of all first contacts was peace and learning. You don't really see that much anymore. Yep. So is this supposed to be like him liking Star Trek?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a Trekkie.
I see. Yeah, see, Frontier. This is basically just fucking... Like, that one episode from Season 6 of Frontier is a really good example of that, and it really inspires a lot of what I'm writing in my story.
What? But Frontier was like the worst Digimon series.
Ooh, boy.
My phone vibrates in my pocket. Look, that video I made just got uploaded today.
I know.
We're dating the recording.
That's fine. We date the recording whenever we save, because it shows you the date.
We? You should say you. Because I've taken to, in password, having the game already open all the way. So that the people
Well,
don't
what
see the
about
save
when we
file.
save afterward?
I just stopped the recording before that.
Ah!
That's what I do for password now. And other games. So they don't see the dates.
It's fine.
I don't know.
not-
A message from Leo. Ooh.
Ooh, what's he got to say? The hand. Hey, you're not at the motel?
I sort of shrink, sinking feeling takes a hold in my chest. I can feel Flynn looking at me from over the counter as I type my reply. With Carl, Daxton, and Flynn about to eat dinner. When I look up again, Daxton is chatting away to Carl about the Adastra episode, but I'm not really paying attention anymore. Same. As soon as someone starts talking about Star Trek, I'm just like,
Shoot, you glaze over. Can't be
look,
bothered.
I don't know.
Just watch Deep Space Nine. DS9's good.
Isn't that one by JJ?
No. JJ hasn't done a show.
I thought he did one of the shows.
Those movies.
Yeah, he did the
I
movies.
heard that he also worked on one of the shows, creatively.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean,
I had heard that. I don't know if that's true.
I have no idea. He wouldn't have worked on Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was pretty old-ish. Well, it's like 90s, I guess. I don't actually remember.
I don't know. I don't even know which one. Deep Space Nine was the Ear Man, right?
Oh boy, Michael.
Yeah, it was the Ear Man.
See? I got there.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine was in the 90s, 1993. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it's the Ear Man.
Is it? Is the Ear Man?
He's here. Pretty sure. Yeah, he was in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. See, I'm a genius.
But yeah, Deep Space Nine is it's really good. There he
But
is.
that's what everyone says about whatever Star Trek series they watched as a child.
I didn't watch Star Trek as a child.
You can say that all you want.
I didn't.
Like, I don't know. I know people that are like Voyager is the best.
Well, Cassie says Voyager is the best.
Yeah, she does.
And that's that's the one person that says Voyager is the best.
I've heard other people that are usually around her age.
Well, they probably liked Voyager, Is what it is.
Granted, I don't mean this to come off as rude, but they mostly tend to be female, and I'm like, that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like, oh, they can see themselves in Janeway.
Right.
It's like she's one of two now. main characters that are female in Star Trek?
Just overall?
Yeah, it's just her and the Discovery Girl, right?
Yeah. Was it the Next Generation that had the Doctor?
I thought that was Picard.
That was Picard, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
It's just 2, right?
Yeah, just 2, I think.
Yeah.
Sort of. I don't know. I'm not super well versed. My friend Michael would be able to tell you a lot more.
Oh man, there's too many episodes of that. I look at Star Trek and I'm like, I don't got time for this. And then I look at Gundam and I'm like, I got time for this.
I got time for this. All of Gundam.
We're gonna watch all of
You sure like I got time for this?
One Piece is short.
All of Precure. I got time for this.
Precure isn't that long. It's only been around for like 18 years now.
Only.
And each year there's 50 episodes.
That only.
It's only.
So you have 18 years
Yeah.
by 50 episodes, roughly.
Yeah.
18 years by 50 episodes. It's 900 episodes.
Okay, I've probably watched like 600 of them.
That's a lot,
That's
Josh.
dedication.
That's so much.
Yeah, but I've also watched basically all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which is also a lot.
Pure dedication.
Also,
And Pokemon.
speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I watched a clip.
Are you finally going to sit down and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns?
No, I watched a clip of the English dub of the original series.
Yeah.
It was a really good fucking dub.
No. No, it's
it
not.
was.
It's such a terrible dub.
It was a great dub.
No, it's a good joke, a terrible dub.
That's what I mean. That's why it's a good dub.
No!
It's so bad, it's good.
Because it now means that, like, no one cares about the characters as characters
No,
anymore.
it's just all about the
And,
jokes.
like, it
It
kind of...
was
it's
4 kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 4
yeah, it
kids.
was for
Yeah.
kids back in their
They ruined dubbing forever.
heyday.
Because,
They
like...
ruined a lot of things.
Because, like, dubbing before 4 kids was, like, usually okay. Like, you go back to, like... Yes, there was the name change, but, like, you have Star Blazers, which was just Space Battleship Yamato, but they changed the names. But, like, they translated the episodes fairly accurately. It was just names that were changed.
Yeah.
But you can't say that for, like, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!
No.
Those are kind of, like, just ruined forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we're at a point where 4 kids doesn't dub
The
Pokemon.
localization,
They don't dub
shit.
Pokemon anymore.
No. Is 4Kids even around?
No.
So they went bankrupt and now are 4K Entertainment.
Ah.
And they still dub Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dang, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, they have a hold on that franchise forever.
Interesting.
Dang shame.
Yeah. So, like, if you want to watch the dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns,
Oh, this is
you gonna go into the Reigns?
no.
Are you gonna seize
this
the wind?
This isn't really related, but so Megan showed me a film recently that was done by Saban.
Yeah.
It's weird that they. It's weird to see Saban
Yeah,
in anything that's not Power
Yeah, they do
Rangers.
other things because they like to pretend they're a
it
real.
was, what was it?
I don't remember that. I was gonna ask you.
See You.
I see you. Yeah. It's just like the Saban logo came out. I'm like, what the hell?
I guess it is an indie film. Like, it's not like
Yeah,
a
it's not huge.
big
It's not.
budget.
No.
Like,
No,
it's
but
a
it is
good
it is
movie.
a real company though.
Yeah, Saban's
so-
a real. It's not. They're not just the Power Rangers company. They just.
It's just
did a
interesting to
lot
see
of
them
it.
doing like an indie movie.
I was just surprised. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah. Okay. I'm
a
sorry.
good
That
movie.
was that was a very big. That was a great
What?
movie.
That was only like 10 minutes of not reading. The people love it.
The people love it.
They love it.
You all love it, right?
Like, comment, and subscribe how much you love it.
We truly are the like,
Are we
comment, and
playing
subscribe.
No.
Nope.
He's serving up the steamed vegetables and the fancy cheese bread fresh from the oven. That wasn't in the oven for very long. The
Nope.
bread looks a bit burnt around the edges, but maybe it's supposed to be that way.
Damn. Uh-oh. Of course you are.
That's so... That's like so almost aggressive.
Like, really?
Without action. It's so passive aggressive. I love it. My fingers...
My BF.
I mean, but he is kind of just best boy though. Like,
Not every day you get a man who dismembers you, but,
yeah, like,
holds you
isn't that
close as you
great?
die.
That's so loving.
That was an accident.
It's so loving.
That was an accident.
But it was his. But it was his
the murder
fault.
of what's his name?
Of Kudzu.
Yeah, he did
Of
glot
Kudzu.
kudzu like right down in an instant. It
Yeah?
took him no.
But we can all say that he was not in the right mind.
I mean, no.
He was not.
Like
he was
you can
dealing
say,
with the madness.
like
that's
it
for
was
sure.
an accident, sure. Like there was no way he could have foreseen that was going to happen to Chase, but it was still 100% his fault.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, Leo, you're terrible.
Look, he's a sad edge boy.
He didn't even let him be.
He's almost Shadow the Hedgehog. It's great.
Almost. He's even got a similar
Was
palette.
Chase's first boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And only boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's
It's only been 6 years. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
fine.
understandable.
You could not
the
date for
first
6
love.
years.
Yeah. Neither took it well.
Yeah, it didn't go.
They're still both kids.
Dumb children.
Dumb children.
Yep. My
They
fingers.
don't know how to communicate their feelings.
Oh my god, that's like every character in this game, though.
How do you create conflict? There you go.
They're stupid.
They dummies.
Correct.
It's almost worse than Smoke Room because they're like adults.
And they're all like emotionally stunted.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Is that what they just call being gay?
Being gay is just being emotionally stunted. Damn.
Oh, my finger is reflexively squeezed tighter on my phone. Oh. Flynn quietly walks around the corner, stepping behind me to look over my shoulder.
Oh.
At first, I think he's going to say something, but he doesn't. He's silent. With a sharpened exhale, I begin typing my reply. We can hang out tomorrow. Found some interesting stuff for my project at City Hall. Flynn makes a noise, though I can't really tell whether it's of encouragement or disapproval.
Need to talk to you one-on-one.
Oh, do you think you're gonna hang out
No.
on the next day?
This is Flynn's route.
We're
hanging out with Flynn and Carl.
No.
No.
It's fine. What about? Leo responds almost instantly.
You know exactly what.
The school project.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, I realize Carl's looking over my screen as well. Call Daxton over. We'll all look at the screen.
Yeah, let's all get in on this goss.
I'd call him and Flynn both out for being rude were any other time. Daxton, meanwhile, just looks at us all with a concerned oh, he's just sitting across the table just like...
Yep. Yeah. What's up? Don't worry about it.
Carl and Flynn both look at me expectantly as my thumb hovers over the reply button. Should I even reply at this point? I have no clue how he could have found out about Flynn and I, if that truly were what he meant. Leo's never really been good at getting to his point across through text. He failed many of English classes growing up.
Well, it wasn't his first language.
Yeah, but you still have to fucking pass those classes.
I mean, yeah. It's fine.
They're required.
It's fine.
It's a problem if you can't.
It's fine.
He always preferred to talk face to face, so maybe if I can be convincing enough in person, he won't be so worried.
I need to work on my lying, basically.
Yeah, I feel that though. Like, I can't have like a serious or like an in-depth conversation through text. It's so exhausting.
Yeah, I'm like, do you want me to throw a novel at you, or like...
I'm just like, I'm just gonna call you. It's easier.
Much easier.
Man, I won't even give them that luxury.
Yeah.
Well, you hate talking on the phone.
I do.
Most people do.
It's so informal. I don't
Depends
know.
on who I'm talking to.
Yeah, and for what?
Or maybe I should just tell him the fucking truth.
The placement of his beans are interesting.
I mean, that's like usually normal for these kind of
Yeah.
character designs. Sometimes you see it
He
there.
does have a pad like right
Yeah,
here.
sometimes you see that, sometimes you don't. I hate this. I can't even, I'm not even sure I didn't say that. I did anything really wrong, but I can't help but feel like garbage. Well, the past 3 years say you have been doing things wrong.
Yeah,
But
and you are garbage, so it's fine.
what? You would call Chaser garbage?
Kind of would. He's a little bit trash, though.
What? You just don't get. You just need to get to know him better.
A flawed
Just-
individual.
He is flawed. He is very flawed.
Heavily flawed. That's okay, though.
And now my pseudo infidelity lying game is becoming spectacle. I decide I might as well respond with at least a somewhat true response now. I was deep in there.
No. The question marks are good.
I shoved my phone back into my pocket. Flynn steps back.
This is so fucking stupid.
Carl just looks at Flynn with a flat expression.
What?
Carl shrugs.
Like I said to Chase earlier, man, I won't say anything.
Daxton quietly chews on his very crunchy cheese bread, looking at us from the other side of the counter.
Drama? Yep.
He moves from my side to back over around the kitchen island, grabbing his plate of food and taking it a big mouthful of the broccoli.
You all want to watch some Ad Astra?
No.
No.
I don't know, it depends. Is Amicus in it? If yes, then no. The salamander smiles awkwardly, gesturing to the small living room area.
I'm down.
Carl holds up his bottle of beer before taking a swig.
Chase? Flynn?
I sigh. Usually TV is a bit too passive for me when I'm trying to get my mind off stuff. Most often I turn to video games instead. Still, Daxton seems pretty passionate about all this. I guess it can't hurt. Sure, though all I've seen is a few of the movies, I think.
Oh, which ones?
The JJ ones.
Yeah, the equivalent.
The ones with all the lenses. I got there.
Absolutely.
Oh, he loves it. Daxton looks as if a bad taste just settled on his palate.
The Talmy brothers directed those ones. They tried way too hard to be edgy and action-packed. Completely ignored proper characterization. Like Lieutenant Gamokra firing the plasma emitter at the Forbezian ambassador. She's completely non-violent in the original series. Wow, made-up words are hard to read, like, right off the fly.
Right?
She took a vow of peaceful resolution following the violence cascade that destroyed her homeworld in the first season. But the writers just thought it would look cool for the trailers if they showed her disintegrating a guy while screaming her head off. I really liked the thought-provoking philosophical stuff, not the protagonist running around killing people.
What a nerd. Daxton rubbing his fist against his smooth brow. I'm not sure exactly how to respond. Yeah, that's pretty not great when that happens. I liked the space battles, though.
You're such a normie, Chase.
Yeah.
Of course, they were made to appeal to a casual audience. Shit, bruv.
Called you a filthy
Shit,
casual.
bruv.
Oh, I've never felt closer to Daxton. I blink. Daxton quickly holds up his hands, his eyes.
I didn't mean that as an insult or anything.
Yes, you did.
Call him a filthy casual.
No offense taken. I offer a reassuring nod, taking a bite of the steamed veggies. They certainly taste fresh. Flynn must have gotten these from Peyton.
Daxton's stuck having to deal with us filthy casuals tonight. He's aware! Again, sorry, that's not what I meant.
Be truthful
No, I know
with
what you
yourself.
mean. You dig it because you grew up with the original shit, and you have all sorts of fuzzy feelings about it.
I'm actually kind of surprised to hear Flynn chime in.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, the original series is pretty dumb and cheesy. But it wasn't for you when you were a kid, or the tit dirts who watched it back in the 60s. What's the...
I don't know. What is
Okay.
this? What is this word?
I don't know.
Is that a slur?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, dude. Back when we were kids, Leah's dad would get us all a bunch of random VHS tapes from the thrift shop in Colville every now and then. Like really dumb kung fu movies or straight-to-video slasher flicks. It didn't even matter if they were R-rated. Sometimes on summer nights, we'd gather at Leo's place and watch a bunch of them until almost morning.
That sounds fun.
They were all terrible. It was great.
Honestly, watching like cheesy bad movies
Yeah,
is
it's-
just a good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah. I find myself smiling a bit. I'd almost forgotten about all that. Oh, geez. Flynn would always get super into them. He would yell at the screen every time the characters did something stupid. Carl chuckles into his paw, grinning toothily at the Gilla.
Oh man, you'd get so butthurt. You'd start stomping around and slamming Leo's cabinets until you got in trouble.
Okay, Flynn. Flynn looks off
Look
to the
at
side.
his face.
Oh yeah, he's embarrassed.
I mean, sometimes it'd be like that.
You still act like that now.
I've done similar things when it comes to watching a TV show.
Terrible.
I have seen you get emotional at some things.
Have I told you the chair story?
No.
I broke a chair once.
What movie or show?
So my family and I were all gathered around to watch the Doctor Who Christmas special for that year.
Oh, okay.
And they had introduced, it was the first appearance of Clara Oswald, who was played by an actress who was really pretty, and she was really cute, and I really liked her character. And then she died at the end of the episode, and I got really mad, and I like slung the computer chair that was in the room, and it broke in half.
Oh my god.
I couldn't fix it, so I had to throw it away.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think if I've ever gotten super emotional, like to where I've done property damage because of a movie or show.
Never.
I don't think I have.
Luckily, I didn't get in trouble because
I mean, I got pretty emotional yesterday when we were watching Vivo.
yeah, it
Because
was good though.
You keep killing off dads. I get upset.
Stop it!
Stop.
It's better this way. It's better for character development.
Like, as soon as you introduce the plot of two old people trying to get together and one of them dies, I sobbed.
It's a very easy way to make the audience like engage.
Oh, I
So,
cried.
Like
cried
I
so
get
much.
it,
Yeah.
but
Something about old people and dying. I cry.
It's like
it's like that really nice Pixar short Up.
You see?
just the short.
It's just a short. It's really cute.
Yeah, a good 15-minute short, no big deal.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the movie?
What movie?
What
What
movie?
movie?
What rest of the movie? That doesn't exist. No fucking way.
Did you watch the sequel?
Down.
Remember, there's the Disney Plus series
What?
with the dog.
Oh, the dog.
It takes place after. It's technically a sequel.
I need to watch
Shut
it.
the hell up.
I mean, people
Technically a
love Doug, and
sequel.
that's great, but I don't have an interest in it.
I can't be bothered.
The sequel?
Can't be bothered.
Come on.
No way.
Down.
I would love if it was called Down.
I thought that was pretty good.
Just flip the logo upside down. Oh my
The
god.
house falling into the abyss.
Please. Flynn looks off to the side. If lizards could blush, I'm almost certain he'd be doing so now.
Whenever there was someone with a gun on the screen, they never had any trigger discipline and completely held their guns wrong. And every time, every movie, someone was being chased by some killer or whatever, they would completely forget how to run.
Oh yeah, you kept count on how many times everyone tripped, like I do while reading Carl's route. You you had a little notepad with your trip tally. He trips so much in Carl's route. It is.
With his clumsy otter feet.
Yeah, he's just like he tripped down a ladder. He trips running down the hall. He tripped when someone was chasing him with a knife.
But Flynn wasn't there to like tally it.
No.
So, did it really happen?
So
No.
he would have been very pissed off.
Yes, he would have been upset if he saw Chase during that route. Daxton looks absolutely tickled by this revelation about Flynn.
That sounds hilarious. I wish I had friends like you guys growing up so I could do that sort of thing.
Flynn waves dismissively.
Why does he gotta be
It was
like
alright.
this?
I remember we could never do it when TJ was around. Satanic propaganda and all that, right? He would have been fine if we had eased him into it. We could start him off with Bloodfire Babes of Babylon.
Is that a porn?
It sounds like it
This
could be.
name could be anything.
Could be.
Carl nudges sagely.
Sagely.
Like,
Like,
no. Like Naruto.
like, yeah.
Sipping at the last bit of his beer before getting to retrieve another from the bridge.
So, Flynn, you wanna... Yeah, maybe.
Daxton looks pretty elated. The amphibians. It's an amphibian?
Amphibian. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a salamander.
Salamander's an
Yeah, they're not
amphibian.
reptiles.
Slightly
Yeah.
chubby cheeks. That's
Yeah.
so cute. He's so happy.
He's
He's a happy...
Oh my god, they're gonna watch Star Trek with
No,
me.
this is adorable.
Star Trek. Yeah, no, I like Daxton. He's alright. Yeah, his amphibian, slightly chubby cheeks puffed out as he grins.
I know some of the really schlocky episodes from the first few seasons of the original series. I'll put those on. Sounds good, dude.
Sorry to glitch.
There we go.
He wants it, dude.
Daxton sets his plate down, fast walking to the TV in the living room. Calm down. At a moment, Carl looks over at me.
Nerd alert.
Flynn goes to the side his now empty plate into the sink, slapping Carl on the back of his head as he passes.
Fucking rich coming from your neckbeard ass. Hey. I mean it endearingly.
Across the room, Daxton waves at us. Okay, we should probably
You want to hold off on
cut
that
the
one?
episode here.
All right. Go save.
We have
Yeah.
to make,
I want to keep
to
that
make a
one.
decision that would be life-threatening.
No,
No.
just to make the episodes like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Try to
Saved. Good.
Yeah.
We back here. All right.
Okay.
That was fun. That was a fun little dinner.
Wasn't it?
That was cute.
With the added Leo drama as the stinger.
Yeah,
That'll
and
be
we actually get to know Daxton a little.
Yeah,
And
he's a turbo
he's
nerd.
Charming.
Turbo nerd. That's
He's
okay.
Cute.
He's
Do
a
you
cute
like
little
him
lad.
more than Kudzu?
No. I like Kudzu more. It's gonna take a lot to do better than Kudzu for
You
real.
like the silent, sporty guys?
I mean, you know,
Who likes the football?
the football. Football. He's just a cool dude.
He has a Batman origin story, except gay.
Except gay, yeah. It literally is, though.
Oh, do you think Kudzu would have the pearls, or would his boyfriend have the pearls?
Oh my god.
Shit. Well, they didn't both die.
No,
So his
no.
his boyfriend would have had to have the pearls.
Then he had pearls.
Damn. All right then.
Yep.
Well, until next time.
Yeah, see you around, everyone.